Hey everyone, and welcome to this week's Rooted Online. I cannot believe it's already May. Isn't time flying through this year? Well, last week, I don't know if you remember, we saw that we often try and make ourselves in charge of the world. We get to decide what we do, and we get to decide what's right, don't we? But do you remember that God laughs when we do that? Because we can't even really stop time plodding on, or change the weather, or even change ourselves. How many New Year's resolutions have you broken within a few days? We're like kids dressing up as kings and queens. But God has chosen a king, Jesus, who has the power to do all that stuff. But today I want to tell you that God has given people a special role. He has given us a crown and power. He has made us rulers. Well, but before I explain that to you, I've got a quiz for you. I'm going to show you a zoomed in image of something in nature, and I want to see if you can work out what it is. Here's the first one. What do you think that is? Hopefully something we're going to get a lot of in this summer. It's a strawberry. What about this next one? Can you recognise what it is? It's an eye of a crocodile. This next one's getting a bit weirder. What is it zoomed in? Under a microscope, it's a feather, really close up. And last but not least, this one makes me feel a bit creeped out, honestly. What is this part of? Well, it's actually the underside of a butterfly's wings looking at the bottom. Isn't that incredible, the detail that's in there and the colours that there are? There are some amazing and sometimes weird things in the world, aren't there? Well, the Bible tells us that God made all this stuff. It's all the work of his fingers, even the moon and the stars. Things too big and too far away for us to fully understand are just made with his fingers, not even his whole hands. Well, it's hard at the moment to get to appreciate everything in the world around us, as we've been told to stay indoors or stay in our gardens. But wasn't it great when we had those few sunny days to be sitting outside in the hot sun? Isn't it fun when you get to go to the seaside and splash about, or build sandcastles, go paddling, or to go and sit fishing at the res? Don't you love it when it snows and everything outside is bright white? You get to have a snowball fight, maybe stay off school and build a snowman, build a snow angel. The world is a pretty amazing place. Well, the 8th song in the Psalms, the Bible's songbook, is all about this. It says God's name is majestic, like majesty, as in your majesty, the king or queen. God is majestic, he's in charge, like we saw last week. So what about us people? Are we tiny little dots to him? Not at all. Look at what the song says. I wonder, why do you care so much about humans? Why do you even notice them? God does care about us. Are we just like all the other animals? Weird and wonderful and maybe just a bit more organised? Well, no. No other animals drive cars or go to the office or have the council collect their bins or the police keeping the laws for them. They don't deliberately scare themselves like we do with roller coasters or scary films. This song says, we have been put in charge of everything that God has made. He's put everything under our control. Not to hurt or abuse things, but to look after them. God has made us different to the other animals. He's made us like him, and he wants us to care for his world. That can be a great thing, can't it? We can use tools and organise ourselves, make sure we look after the weak and needy, share information to help each other. Well, God has the big crown. He is definitely the one in charge, but he's got a special role and a special place for us, and a special relationship with us to look after the world that he made. That's why when God sent his son to earth, Jesus was a man, not a monkey or a giraffe. You are precious and wonderfully made. Even your fingerprints are different to anyone else's. Nobody else's eyes look just like yours. They're incredible things that you can do and things that you are, and God has made you wonderfully, like him. You're pretty amazing, just like God made you to be. Well, this week's challenge is going to be a bit of a weird one. I wonder how many socks can you put on in 1 minute? Pick one of your feet and see how many socks you can put on that foot in a minute. Set a timer on your phone or get a friend to time it for you. And this is the guy who has a world record. 52 socks he put on one foot in a minute. That's just less than one a second. Amazingly, how could he possibly fit that many on one foot? Well, if you ever go at that, let me know how many you manage through the Facebook page from your parents' account, or get them to drop me a message so I can share any pictures or videos that you do. Do keep an eye out on the YouTube channel for more videos and challenges. Hope to get to see you guys again soon.